Robin, we've made it to episode 36.
Ooh, what are those kind of numbers called that divide by 3?
I don't know, but if you add them up,
Prime.
they equal 9.
They do. That's a prime number.
It's prime?
Uh-huh. And we're also going to be in prime time. No, we're not.
I was like, did you get word that I didn't? Did it come from the SunPass people? Let's check. Hey, join us for the newest episode of your favorite podcast and ours. Scooch Ovaries! Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch Ovaries! Robin, why do you think we're going to be in prime time? That was fantastic.
I was just thinking prime. Or we can have prime rib or primal screams.
Okay, yes, primal screams for surezies. I do that when I get home and I see shit happening in my building. I do primal screams in the parking lot. But my primal screams have words in them like, go home. That's my parking space. Close a fucking door. Why are you slamming the door? What's that smell? That's me when I walk in. Okay. I'm not kidding. Now, we're going to go back, though, because that was a lot. Do you think 36 is a prime number?
I thought prime numbers were anything divisible by 3. So
No.
36 is divisible by 3 because you can break it down to 13.
We're going to do a little math here, a little math stuff, which I think is correct, but someone call and tell us. Or do us a favor. Go down in the comments below and tell us what this is, what's happening here. Because Robin's a little delusional. A prime number is a number that can't be divided by anything but 1.
Oh, damn
So
it.
3 is a prime number. 6 is not a prime number because 6 can be divided by 3 and 2. But if a number can only be divided by 1, it is a prime number. So like 17 is a prime number.
Oh, dang it. You know what my favorite numbers are the ones that equal to be 9 because then you know they can be divided by 9.
I enjoy that as well. And also,
It's not a prime number.
when you come up on a spreadsheet with a number that's wrong at the end, and those two numbers, if you add them together, if they equal 9, you know that you, oh God, I can't think of the word.
Inverted?
Yeah, you inverted a figure. Like instead of writing $3.69, you wrote $3.96. If your difference with the number up above that's adding up to the same thing and you're supposed to be matching that number when you're reconciling, if you are off by an amount that if you add it together equals 9, you know that you inverted or flipped some numbers.
God, I never knew that.
That's a bookkeeping accounting trick. Well, we don't tell the laymen, the civilians.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
You didn't know that?
I didn't.
Isn't
And
that
for
cool?
the longest time, I did cash applications, and I always had to make things book. So, yeah.
Yeah, if you're off by, you know that you flipped the last two numbers
Okay.
and they equal 9. You know you
Oh.
flipped because 1 and 10, the difference is 9. So you know that that's what's
you
going on.
inverted something.
And the Y's are escaping me right now, but 36 is not a prime number. 36 is a cool number that if you add the numbers up individually, they equal 9, but I don't think they have a name for that except for like Niner, which I don't think is.
And they're both round numbers. I
They're
like
curvy.
that. Yeah, they're curvy. Yeah.
Not like a 4. 5's all over the place. 5 is bi.
Well, unless you make your 3s real like pointy, like
I fucking love that
like
kind
a-
of 3.
like like a curvaceous 3.
Oh, well, that's sexy. Looks like boobs. What do you, or an ass? How do you write a 2, Robin? Do you go all crazy with yourself and make a loop, or do you just make it like a backwards confused S or an upside down backwards 5?
I make a loop, but I think I originally started out just trying to make it straight, and then I realized a lot of people sort of, I don't know, made it like a more of a cursive. So I do the 2.
Did you say cursive?
Cursive.
It's fantastic. Cursive.
Cursive.
add a syllable in there. So do you sometimes write Z on something? We are so in the woods right now. Do you sometimes write a Z and put a line through it so people know it's not a 2? Because that's a thing.
I didn't, but now I do.
As a grown-up,
Yeah,
you do?
yeah.
Because, in Canada, they say Z.
I like that better.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Because if you say Z, you know it's a Z. If you say Z, did you say C? No. Did you say E? No, I said Z. But if you said Z, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had actual segments. Maybe we'll do 'em. They are...
And thanks for coming out for the next episode.
No, we're not done. We've got 3 segments to do.
How do we have 3 segments?
Because we thought we had 4 and we have 5.
So on the last one we did Distract Me, and we only did Mr. Roboto on the last one?
We did. Yeah, we didn't do the other 3.
Okay.
And
We
we
got
have
chatty on that one.
first time for everything. Robin, I want to talk to you about a phrase that you're trying to, well, not a phrase, a word that you're trying to bring back. And I think you're going to have to do a GoFundMe and do some campaigning, but I'm on board and have been trying to do it for years. Robin, what word do you want to bring back?
I didn't know you were on board with this.
This is why we plan.
The word broad, you're on board with that.
Fuck yeah.
I did not know that.
What did you think?
Okay.
You thought I didn't like the word broad?
I would like to replace the word broad with bitch because I think.
Oh, I'm in a whole nother conversation. You go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, just in general, I think we should bring back the word broad. But what I found is, I think, like me and my high school friends, who are still very good friends, we always called each other the bitches. And it was very familial and silly and like something. But I think like it's gotten to be where guys call each other like bros and dudes. Women have called each other bitches.
And whores.
Yeah, and I have to say, it's sort of like the things like you only roast the ones you love.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, as a woman, don't call me a bitch unless you're in my inner circle. You can call me a broad. It's not like it offends me, but I think it's not what you're trying to say. Because I've had people in lovingly ways be like, bitch, you so crazy. And I'm like, we're not besties. Like, call me a broad, because I think a broad's like more of a buddy. Like she's a good time gal. She's a broad, and a good time gal. I mean, like she's a good egg. She's a good person. Like I want to be friends with you. That's a broad, and I don't like it that this is me getting old. I don't like it that people are saying bitch who aren't really close with me.
I've had a boss say about me and another worker, they're my bitches.
Yeah.
And I was not offended because I'm not going to say subservient, I'll say supportive role at a job. And I don't mind that because I feel like I'm in a gang and I'm all happy. And I always said that, if I did get arrested and go to prison, at least I would have had a girlfriend. Because I would have been somebody's bitch.
But again, that goes back to you like these people. You like these people. There's a familiarity.
So you think
it.
bitch is getting a negative connotation or just for you?
I don't like people who really don't know me and want to
bitch.
Compliment me using the word bitch.
I understand. Well, there's so much attached to the word bitch, and it's a complicated word with women. But you know what's really fun to do? If you really want to get like a good feeling going, call a man a bitch. Boy.
Again, if it's an
don't like that.
Don't insult me and call me a bitch. No. And if it's an insult and you say bitch and you zing it, or you say a bitch to a man, but if you're trying to befriend me and we don't have friendly terms, say broad. Be like, what a broad. Are you crazy broad? Don't say bitch unless you know my middle name. Point blank. You don't call me a bitch, though.
What's your middle name? Oh, it's Diana.
Almost.
Diane.
Uh-huh.
God damn it. I was literally over here doing a little...
But I
couldn't remember.
I don't think in, the 20 years we've been friends, I don't think we call each other bitches.
17. No, I will call you a cunt. I won't. That's a bad word. We don't... We like bad words over here. So I do not, I got to tell you what my mom would say. I'd say, broad, it's cool, right, Mom? You want to be a broad? She's like, I don't like that. She didn't like being
didn't like calling.
My mother didn't like that, and she was a broad. Yeah, but she was also just a proper lady, but she, I think, had a view of it. But I know that I like the word broad. I think I'm a broad. I think that dumb bitch comes to my mind when someone calls anyone a bitch. I hear dumb bitch, which is like the ultimate male insult and diminishing of a woman.
Yes.
When they say dumb bitch. So when I hear bitch, I hear dumb bitch. It's just me. It's a weird little math thing that happens in my head. It's not math. It's like the 3-6 thing. I think that bitch is tricky. I want to bring back broad because it's just a cool term.
Yeah, I like that term. I like that term.
She's a great broad.
Yeah, that one's a broad.
Yeah, but it's like, wearing slacks. We're going down to the dock. Go get Peppa, Mickey, and Shorty. Shout out to Moggy, my sister, because her mother-in-law's friends were Mickey, Pepper, and Shorty. And there's not a better group name of girls. I'm going to go out tonight with Mickey, Pepper, and Shorty. I'm like, I want to go. That sounds like fun. Where are you going?
I like when women have nicknames like Pepper. My grandmother's nickname was Bee, and I always thought that was just a killer name.
That's a great name.
Yeah, that's a
Bee
great
is a great name.
Like Bee and Pepper and I, we're all gonna run down to the Groovy Smoothie and grab a
Hopefully a smoothie.
Yeah, smoothie.
That
was a
groovy.
Nickelodeon theme. So
Groovy Smoothie was a Nickelodeon thing?
yeah. So
I don't have kids.
I was trying to think of Regal Beagle. Let's have Bee, Pepper, and I. We're going to go to the Regal Beagle. That was
That's Three's Company. That's the bar at Three's Company.
Yeah, it was a bar in Three's Company.
Oh,
it was
man.
a little bit before the 70s. I guess those would be more like the 40s or 50s. Bee, Pepper, and...
Well, we're with the slacks and the...
Slacks.
Now look, see?
Look, see?
The kid stays in the picture. That line that we do once in a while. Slacks.
A couple of good broads there telling that podcast.
Smoke them if you got them. I don't know.
Hey, like if someone were to be like, oh, you got to watch Scooch Ovaries. They got a couple of these broads. They are funny. I would like that better than you got to watch Scooch Ovaries. There's these two bitches who'll crack you up.
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah.
No.
And that's what I'm trying to say. In a favorable way, I don't like the word bitch. Unless you're my close
Isn't it funny?
friend.
Isn't it funny? We've gotten to the point in celebrity... we've gotten to the point in society where we're like, I don't like when you call me bitch.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
I understand that you think it's a term of endearment, but for us, it's not so much a term of endearment.
You sound like Barbara Streisand.
Here's a topic. I sound like Mike Myers doing Barbara Streisand, which was Mike Myers doing his mother-in-law, doing Barbara Streisand.
That's right.
Here we are, a comedy podcast, and we didn't even touch on the SNL 50th anniversary because you know what? We did it first. She's not on the wall anymore, but Gilda Radner's our Jesus.
Yeah, she's
And
good.
we both
gal.
worship her, and we always did.
Now, I didn't watch like from start to finish, but I got the gist of it, and I've seen some really funny clips. I probably will go back and watch it start to finish, or maybe not. But the viral clips going around, I like them. I thought they were funny.
I don't watch SNL. I watch it the next day on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think usually you're going to get your best stuff there. And if there's a decent 5, 10, 15-second clip, it will go by on Instagram and Threads and YouTube Shorts. Have you been following us on YouTube Shorts? Because you should, because all the men in their 20s are, because that's what YouTube thinks our demo is. I don't know where you click on the settings to fix that. So right now it's staying where it's going. The algorithm's fucked.
Yeah.
I voted for Al Gore, though. I thought he had rhythm. I don't understand. I'm all over the... He invented the internet. That's why it's called the algorithm, which
Actually-
is a Kimmy Schmidt joke. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I'm hoping. So, I was going to pretend that these are the 20-year-olds. The 20-year-olds probably aren't like watching.
They don't know where the home keys are, 20-year-olds.
They're probably watching on their phone. This is what.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're watching on their
Okay,
phone.
so they're watching on the phone, and you're in your 20s. I want you to go, hey, Ma, there's a couple broads I think you'd really like. I'm going to send you a clip. And that's where we get our demographic.
It is, because what's actually happening is they're looking at their phone and they're flipping up because Robin doesn't know how phones work. And they're holding it vertically and they're flipping up. She goes down. I don't know where she's going. But you're going up. And then they see us and they take their finger and they swipe left, much like a dating website, which makes it go away. And they swipe left and be like, no, or whatever direction they're going. Because 36% of the people are staying and watching and being like, what is this? And the other 63% are like, I don't think so.
Why do they keep going up? No.
Yeah, don't swipe left.
Don't swipe left.
And I could be wrong about the left thing or the right thing. I don't know.
I've never been on dating.
And I could be totally wrong about YouTube. I mean, when kids are watching YouTube, are they looking at their phone in the horizontal or vertical? Because when they're on TikTok, they're looking at it in a vertical, their phone. But YouTube, I feel like, might be more this way.
Maybe.
Horizontal.
Maybe. I know sometimes my kids will
Or
like
landscape
lay-
as opposed to portrait.
landscape. One time I was doing whatever, and my daughter we got like a 52-inch TV, and my daughter was laying on the couch watching her little screen. I was like, You can just watch this giant TV. You don't have to watch your little anything you are watching. We can put on the big TV, but
You can. And just an aside, not a segment, but I need to ask Robin something. When you wake up in the morning and it's a weekend and you don't have plans and you grab your phone and you look at it for 2 hours and you've lost 2 hours and then you go and you look at something else besides your phone, aren't your eyes all fucked up?
terrible.
What is that? Is that an old lady thing?
I don't know if it's all, but it happens.
I drive. It's horrible. I can't see.
Sometimes if I realize that's happening, I'll go for a walk just because I think with the sun, it kind of puts my eyes back in check.
But it really fucks your eyes up when you look at your phone too long.
Terrible.
Forget what it's doing to your psyche.
Yeah, and your brain and
everything. Your chemical makeup, everything.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get like a achiness in your hand and you're like, what did I do? Oh, I held a phone like this for like 2 hours. That's why.
Or like I've done this where my phone is starting to drain. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm almost running out of batteries. Maybe I should. Oh, I'll just plug it right in here and just keep on.
Good thing I bought those long cables because that's what we'll do. We'll just buy longer and longer cords to plug our phones into. Yeah. They're so cheap now.
They are. Come on, guys, just get out, read a book, walk. And I'm saying this. I don't take my own advice.
Or get on YouTube Shorts and look at all our shit because there's like 20 videos on there. Oh, it's probably 50 now.
Oh yeah, probably. Good Lord, the YouTube Shorts. There's lots and lots.
But most importantly, please comment below or on any of those. We want to know what you think. Should we keep doing this the way we're doing it? We're going to keep doing it.
Oh, we're going to keep
doing it.
You're
not getting rid of us.
Yeah.
These bitches and broads are not going nowhere. But we could tweak our
Or we could do like
segments.
one segment per episode. Or do you like the multi things? Or are you like, I don't think you guys ever do segments. You just babble.
But you know what? There are people in our lives who miss us and they can listen to this and be like, oh, I got a bonus. I not only got Mary, but I got Robin. Or I not only got Robin, but I got Mary. Because I think we're charming as fuck, but I hope the others agree.
We're charming as fuck.
We told you we were going to curse. Robin, we're going to go to a new segment. Are you ready?
Yes.
Chased by Pavarotti. Well, we already touched on it because we were going to talk about SNL. I didn't know we were in the segment. Chased by Pavarotti is Robin's version of Chased by Paparazzi because sometimes Robin says the wrong word. I do too. I'm open and admitting about it. I know I do too. But Chased by Pavarotti made me so happy when you said it. It's like, what is she?
Why is Pavarotti chasing them?
I don't feel like he runs. I feel like he's also dead. Right?
But I thought maybe he was. I think
COVID got him.
R.I.P. Pavarotti. So the SNL 50, I like. I'm always been a big fan of SNL, and I like how they, from what I saw, again, I didn't watch it straight to finish, but they
straight to finish,
not
a freeze.
They had the old versus new. From what I understand, they open with Sabrina Carpenter and Paul Simon. And I like that, the kind of the old versus new. So like the old people can be like, who's that young lady? And then the young people can be like, what?
I think that guy used to be Paul Simon.
Is that her dad? Why is he on there?
Oh, God. Well, they opened with Steve Martin doing the monologue, and Martin Short did the Goodbye from Home Base, where they're all standing around and the band is playing and the sad music is playing. Martin Short's great. You know what? The SNL show, recommend it for everybody. Find the skit that you like. But once again, I will say that, the percentage of passes is never going to outweigh the fails on SNL. It's just there's so many bad sketches. I know I'm probably talking out of turn, but I think SNL does a lot of sketches that aren't worth airtime.
But I feel like that's kind of comedy. I mean, when you go down to write a joke, I mean, most jokes you write, not you, but most jokes a comedian writes don't hit. And if they had time to polish it, but that's like the beauty of SNL. You've got like 1 week and just go on what you think is funny. Some of it is, some of it's not.
So take that joke that didn't land and make it a 5-minute sketch. And that's at Saturday Night Live now.
What I found out is sometimes the one sketch is just the one joke, and then they do the one joke
for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, yeah. It's like it's a punchline, and then that's just it. So.
my favorite part has always been and will remain in order. There's two things that I love about the show. First is Cut for Time, the videos they make outside, because they put some time and effort into those, and I like those guys, the Please Do Not Destroy guys. They're very funny. You don't know what I'm talking about. There's
the three writer
the
guys.
boys.
Yeah, the three writer guys. I know those.
The little boys are probably in their 30s. And my second favorite thing is Weekend Update, but not now. Not with these two guys. The old Weekend Update.
Oh, I like Colin Jost.
I hate Colin Jost.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I don't even know why, but I hate him.
Oh.
He's on my list of ugh.
Oh, I
getting long
didn't
on
read
that
his
list.
book, but I listened
He wrote
to
a
his
book?
Yeah, it's called Very Punchable Face, and he's a Staten Island guy. And I listened to an audio. I thought he was pretty good. You like his wife, Scarlett Johansson.
Fucking love his wife.
Yeah.
What is she doing with him?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do a second on everyone's favorite guy, Pedro Pascal. That boy is delightful.
I've never seen any of his movies, but I've seen him, and he's what I call like everyday good looking. He's not Hollywood good looking. He's just, if you went to the supermarket and you saw him, you'd be like, it's a fine looking gentleman.
I feel like he's prettier than that, but I'm with you. I get what you're saying. But I also think that his zombie series that I did watch is fantastic. I like anything. If you got a piece of entertainment you want me to watch, make sure there's some death in it. I want some grieving. I want some sadness. I want some regrets. I don't say it proudly, but it's kind of my thing.
Okay.
And if it's a comedy with some grief in it, oh my God, come on. It's so great.
Trying to kill me yet?
It's fantastic.
Everything I love.
But yeah, he's a good guy. And I do enjoy the fact that he has anxiety and he's open about it. And then just going back to the SNL show, there was a Cut for Time video, which was not Cut for Time. It was a real song. And it was an Andy Samberg song. I like Andy Samberg more than I like Adam Sandler, but they're all on the list to get out of the way. There's funny women standing behind you. Could you move? I can't see them. Could you move? Hi, Paula Pell. Are you leaving? Okay, bye. Yeah, there's a lot of funny women behind those men who are taking up all the fucking space. Calm down, Mary. Robert Zemeckis, I don't think you needed all those opportunities. There was some filmmakers out there that needed a shot. So SNL had a little film strip, and Andy Samberg sang about how everyone on the cast had anxiety to the point that they had IBS. Mm-hmm. And that reminded Robin and I of our triggers in stand-up comedy. Were there any songs that threw you off, Robin?
There is I haven't played there in a while, but the comedy club's still there. It's called Snappers. And they used to, I don't think they do anymore. In fact, I know they don't.
Yeah.
They used to, right before the show began, and they were just trying to warm up the crowd and get everyone like party. And they would do Cotton Eye Joe, like, where did you come to? Where did you go? And I would host there. And every time I would hear that song, I would just double knot, like just anxiety would just hit you in the stomach.
Yeah.
And to this day, if I hear that Cotton Eye Joe, I will just...
Yeah. The comedy clubs take a song and they ruin it for us for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
The Tampa Improv had one and Side Splitters had one, and they've changed their video clips and their songs at different times, but... McCurdy's, I think, I haven't been at McCurdy's in over 10 years, but their song was, I'm going to move my head away from the mic. Oh my God, the stomach churning that would happen when that song would start.
Prior to Snappers being Snappers, they were a part of the Comedy Zone, and that's the only Comedy Zone I've ever worked with. So I don't know if all Comedy Zones do this or if this was something that happened 15 years ago. But they would do, since it was called the Comedy Zone, they would do the Twilight Zone.
I think they all did it. They all had the same clip.
And that was right when I started comedy. There was a couple, like, I think the first 1 or 2 times I ever hosted, I had no business hosting. Honestly, I did not. I maybe had like 6 minutes, and I was just so nervous and scared, and I couldn't even eat that day before. So when I hear that, I'm just like...
Twilight Zone song.
Yeah.
So comedy club owners and bookers know that you've ruined some stuff for us going forward. But also,
before that, I loved me to do some Cotton Eye Joe.
Loved it. But hey, it's rare you meet a comedian with constipation is my point. Is that bad? Did I go too far?
No.
IBS.
I was coming out of both ends.
Yeah. No good story has that line in it. Robin, that was another segment. And yeah, there's one more segment. And we're pretty strong in this. We really we're adults. We're over 18. We've made a lot of decisions in our lives. We don't want anyone who's 20 or 25 coming over to us and telling us what to do. So don't tell me what to do is our final segment.
Yeah, and honestly, even if someone's 60, don't tell me what to do.
80.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're my mom, or my dad. So other than that, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm very big on the clothes thing. I now think of my clothes that I wear to work as a uniform. And I actually got that from Sarah. She told me, she's like, it's your uniform. Don't feel bad if you're wearing the same style every day. It's not the same actual clothes. You just have that shirt in 8 colors and you've got 10 pairs of black pants. We all understand, Mary, this is your uniform.
Yeah.
Much like Target. But it's not khakis in a tee in a red polo. And we're not going to Target because they got rid of their DEI program, but also I went to Target twice since then, so I have already failed you. I'm sorry, Kamala, I failed you. But hey, we lost. Anyway, we don't do politics.
Yeah.
Robin, are there any things that you wear that you feel people might say something to you about it? I feel like you wouldn't give a shit.
Words out of my mouth. I don't give a shit. I've heard things like, oh, if you're over 50, don't wear these jeans and can't be wearing these jeans. You know what? Don't tell me what to do. You know where I like to shop? All thrift stores all the time. I will buy what I buy when I buy it. Don't tell me what to do. Rules, they're for you. They are not for me. So I'll wear jeans. You know what? If I want to wear yoga pants, which I probably wouldn't go out of the house.
I don't think anyone should wear yoga pants outside if they're over 50. I said that out loud. Look what I just did. I just did it to you.
You know what, though? If you want to, I probably won't because there's some lumps and bumps. But you know what? If I lump and I bump, I will do it proudly because don't tell me what to do.
Well, don't shame women. Don't tell women what to do with their bodies. And whenever you see those things go by of a man saying something about a woman online, it's then followed by the person who's captured the pictures of all the guys that made the comments. And those guys are really weird looking.
That is a trend that
That's
makes
my favorite.
me so
That's
happy.
a good trend.
They it's a beautiful woman.
Taylor Swift. Yeah, anyone.
Yeah, anyone, or even if it's
They're
just
judging.
just a regular. Oh, you walk into Publix, that person's pretty. Pedro Pascal equal, and then some troll on the internet will be like, I wouldn't do her, and then they're just like this person with like fangs and goiters, like, ugh. That is their profile pic. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell those ladies that they're ugly.
That's a great trend. For me, it's the jeans, though. I'll go back. It's the jeans. I don't like when people say you can't wear jeans when you're a certain age.
Yeah.
Here's a funny thing growing up. My grandmother always wore dresses, never wore pants. Pajama pants, shorts outside. It was always a dress. She went to the grave not wearing pants. I think my mom might have forced her to wear shorts once in Florida during a visit, and I'm sure she called them culottes. Because I'm sure, or what do they call them now? When it's a skirt, but it's shorts?
Oh,
a skirt?
Skirt. What was
It's culottes. Stop it.
Culottes. I thought there was a J word for it.
Is it?
Yeah, culottes. I remember them being
Some
called
jeans?
culottes.
Yeah, there's a...
Well, jorts is jean shorts.
Jorts, yeah, that's usually men, and that's fine. You want to
capri, but no, capris are pants.
Capris and
They're
pedal pushers are different.
Pedal pushers, yeah.
Pushers.
But they're full on pants, yeah. Like a culotte was a good skirt.
But my mom, I remember, I have a vision of her in a blue polyester with red thread pantsuit on, holding a cigarette with her hand across. I'm like, that lady's a cool, sophisticated lady. She's not a broad.
My mom had this like polka dot jumpsuit. It was like a zip up, and then there was a tie around. Phenomenal.
Oh my God, so
when
sexy.
She wore that, and she had like her little, because we all have, like curly hair. But my mom had like a tight afro and her polka dot. I was always like
a go-go girl on the Laughing Show.
Damn, that lady's got it good. As I said to her, snaps, Mom.
Our moms are cool.
Yeah.
Robin, I think as opposed to repeating myself anymore, I think we should maybe end this episode because I tend to repeat myself. Oh, we got to do segments that we didn't.
Segments that didn't make it segments.
That one.
I might borrow one of. Do you want to just do one and one? Because I'm going to totally steal one of yours.
Steal one of mine. Let's do one and one.
Okay.
Why don't you go first so you can get the pick of the litter like we're at the pet store?
I'm just going to go number one. Our segment that didn't make it as a segment is, what's your favorite bug?
I'm glad that's not a segment because I think, for me, the answer is none.
None.
Fucking
Kill
hate bugs.
them all.
I don't mind a picture of a bug, and that's where it ends. Okay, Robin, my segment that didn't make it as a segment. When it's chilly, do we wear warm pajamas or do we get more blankets?
Too bad we're never going to know because it's not going to be a segment.
It's not. And is it actually a legit segment that we could have done because it's been fucking freezing around here.
Oh, God, so cold.
Like 40 is cold. That
I
hurts.
got cats, so I got one like on every sort of...
When you're walking around outside?
No, when I'm sleeping.
Oh, yeah, pajamas. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't like the cold. I'm kind of done with it. I would like it not to be cold.
Yeah, it won't be for long. We live in Florida.
It's true. The heat's coming.
Yeah, give it a couple weeks.
You don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes.
Wait
That's
5 minutes.
That's not a thing. But I think that's up north, isn't it?
That's what they used to say about Missouri, but then
Yeah.
I got older and I found out they said it about every place.
You know those commercials for insurance where the guy is saying, I'm going to help you not turn into your parents?
Oh, I love those. Those are so funny.
I'm already those people.
And you know what I think the brilliant part about it is? They have an old guy being the guy to tell people not to be old.
Yeah, and they're like not old. They're like 30s and 40s.
Yeah, and I think the brilliant part of that is because if they got someone young, then it would almost seem insulting.
Yeah, like our segments, like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, but the fact that they have someone who's older, like he just plays a perfect straight man. I love those commercials. I love those commercials.
Nobody cares. Keep walking. I love him. Yeah, I enjoy it because there's the one of the lady out in the street talking to the neighbors as they drive by in the morning and then like making a comment to the guy running by, like looking good.
Then there's one where the guy's about ready to go on the elevator and someone has like multicolored hair. He's like, don't say it.
Don't say
Don't
it.
say it. Don't say it.
Don't say
Don't
it.
say it.
No. Hey, no. He's there to protect them from an awkward exchange, and we don't have that. So we are out there doing it. I'm doing that shit. I watch those commercials and I think, I did that last week. I'm literally doing it. I walk into stores and say hi to people.
But I think that's just being friendly. I think that's just being friendly.
We're gonna call it being friendly.
We're going to call it being friendly.
Robin, did we do it?
I think we did it. Wow. We ended our 36th episode, our nice warm cushy episode on a good note.
Hey, Robin, anything else you want to add before we close this episode?
What are we on, March 30th?
Yeah.
Okay, well, luck of the Irish. I hope the Ides of March were upon you.
It was 2 weeks ago. Keep going.
Wish you guys a great April, a great spring.
Great
has
tax
sprung.
season, if you will.
Yeah. Get your taxes in for God's sakes, guys. You got
Hey.
like 2 weeks.
And football's over a long time ago. Award season ended. Mary's still mourning. It's okay. You can't tell when things end for mourning for Mary because she always wears black. I'm talking about myself in the third person like I'm a sports hero. Yeah, football's over. Award season's over.
Basketball might even be over at that point because I think March Madness.
You know, it's not over hockey, but that's good for a lot of people.
It is. We might even do a crossover podcast with hockey folks.
Yeah, we know some hockey folks. I see you, Muffy. Shout out. Hey, come back next week. These come out every Saturday at noon, sometimes earlier if you're on YouTube. But most importantly, join us next time on your favorite podcast in ours. Scooch Ovaries! Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch Ovaries!